Imagine riding along the Adriatic coast, exploring ancient towns and carving through serpentine mountain roads. This is the magic of the Balkans. In today's video, I'll show you 12 incredible reasons why the Balkans are a must-ride for motorcyclists. From the turquoise waters of the Piva Canyon to the historic charm of Mostar and the thrilling curves of the Sedlo Pass in the Durmitor National Park. This is where road dreams come to life. Ready to ride the ultimate Balkan roads? Let's dive in. What's up my biker friend, I'm Oliver and welcome back to another video. Even though the Balkans have seen an increasing interest from bikers around the world, I still think this region is still somewhat underrated for what it has to offer. So if you're curious about the region, I will show you some of the highlights that you can find in the West Balkans, and maybe this region will find a spot on your list of places to explore on a motorcycle. I know most of us only have limited time to tour on a motorcycle, so I kept the list in this video limited what I think is achievable in a 2-week motorcycle trip, focusing primarily on the countries of Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina and Montenegro. There's even more to discover, like in the countries of North Macedonia, Albania, but we might be pushed to do it all in a single trip. I have been back to this region numerous times now and I still have plenty of reasons to go back. If you're one of those adventure riders that like to explore off-pavement routes, there's an abundance of exciting gravel roads for an even immersive experience. This is why my recent trips to the West Balkans also focus on many of the gravel traps that you can find here. Beyond the breathtaking landscape, what truly sets the Balkans apart is the incredible warmth and helpfulness of the people. One of those moments I'll never forget was when the engine of one of our buddies started leaking oil in the middle of nowhere, where he dropped the bike on a steep incline in a forested section. The locals we met went above and beyond to help us out of a tough spot. These are the memories that make this region so unforgettable for me. But let's go back to the pavement for this video. This region offers many fantastic roads for motorcycle riders, from winding coastal roads along the Adriatic to thrilling high-altitude serpentines to ancient towns rich in history. Next year, in 2025, I'm offering a guided 2-week motorcycle tour through these countries, showcasing the very best routes and destinations. So all the highlights in this video will be featured in this guided motorcycle tour. They're all accessible on paved roads, making them perfect for riders looking to start exploring this diverse and stunning part of the world. If you would like to know more about my guided tours, be sure to check out the link in the description below. With all that out of the way, let's start with our first highlight. The Jadranska Magistrale, or the Adriatic Highway as it's called, is a motorcyclist stream stretching over 1,250 kilometers along the sparkling Adriatic coastline. Its sweeping curves and uninterrupted sea view make it one of Europe's most scenic coastal routes. Constructed in stages during the 1960s and 1970s, the Adriatic Highway runs largely through Croatia, but also through parts of Montenegro and Bosnia and Herzegovina, connecting cities along the Dalmatian coast. The Jadranska Magistrale is renowned for its engineering feats, including cliffside stretches and bridges. The road's curves and elevation changes follow the coastline, offering motorcycle rides thrilling rides and stunning vistas of the Adriatic Sea. This iconic route is an integral part of Balkan's travel infrastructure and remains one of the most scenic drives in Europe. Each turn reveals turquoise waters, secluded beaches and charming seaside towns. Dubrovnik, the pearl of the Adriatic, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site famous for its medieval city walls. Walking around the old city offers an unforgettable perspective on its iconic architecture. There's also a cable car that connects tourists up to the mountain for a spectacular view of the old town of Dubrovnik. For us motorcycle riders, there's a small road leading up to the top where the cable car stops. It's not only a lot more fun to ride up this road, but you don't have to squeeze into a small cable car with other tourists, and you get an even better bird's-eye view of the historic town. For Game of Thrones fans, there are plenty of filming locations to explore in Europe, and one of them is Dubrovnik, which served as King's Landing. Exploring the cobblestone streets or walking along the outer wall provides an excellent mix of culture and scenic views, but ideally you should plan the trip with an extra day to see the old town, especially if you can leave your motorcycle close in the hotel for a walking tour. At 1,762 meters, the road to Sveti Jure's peak is Croatia's highest paved road and a bit of a hidden gem for motorcyclists. Located in Bay of Kotor National Park, the climb offers a thrilling ascent with 23 kilometers of sharp hairpins and dramatic cliffs. It's a dead-end road, so you will get to enjoy the full length of the road on your way down again. About halfway up to the peak of Sveti Jure, there's a nice scenic lookout over the Adriatic Sea called the Skywalk. A walk along the clear glass skywalk takes you over the edge of the cliff and provides a bird-eye view of the rocks below. It's a thrilling adventure, especially for those that are a little bit afraid of heights. The rest of the ride to the top is both challenging and visually rewarding. Once you're at the summit, the panoramic views span the Dalmatian coastline and the islands. On clear days, you can even see as far as Italy across the Adriatic Sea, and to the north you may be able to see the Bosnian hinterland. The Bay of Kotor, often referred as Europe's southernmost fjord, is a stunning destination on Montenegro's Adriatic coast. Its unique geography features winding waterways surrounded by steep mountains and charming medieval towns. The bay is a haven for cruise ships which dock at the Kotor's port, allowing visitors to explore the UNESCO-listed Old Town, known for its cobblestone streets and historic landmarks. It can also get pretty busy here during peak tourist times. For a quieter and I think even more spectacular experience, I like the views from the nearby Serpentine round that snakes up the mountain and provides a breathtaking panorama of the bay and the cruise ships below. This road with its 25 tight hairpin bends is known as one of Montenegro's most iconic rides. It's a joy to ride and offers many viewing spots onto the Bay of Kotor. The ride through the Lovcen National Park offers a perfect mix of hairpin turns, gentle curves, passing through lush forests and highland meadows. The panoramic views from the mausoleum at the top of Mount Lovcen capture both the coastline and the surrounding peaks, making the journey a blend of natural beauty and cultural discovery. The first time I went through Lovcen National Park was in late October, and the autumn foliage was in full swing. The mountains were covered in vibrant shades of red, orange and gold, making every twist and turn of the road feel like a ride through a postcard. The Durmitor National Park is a true gem for motorcycle enthusiasts, featuring rugged peaks, serene glacier lakes and some of the most untouched landscapes in Montenegro. At the heart of this experience is the Sedlo Pass, a must-ride route for anyone exploring the region on a motorcycle. This high-altitude road winds through dramatic mountain terrain, offering sweeping curves and stunning panoramic views. The name Sedlo, meaning saddle, is fitting as the pass hugs the contours of the peaks, creating a thrilling yet accessible ride experience. Riding here feels like stepping into a different world, with the dramatic rock formations and tranquil meadows creating an unforgettable backdrop. The road is well maintained, but narrow, adding just the right amount of challenge to the adventure. The ride through the Durmitor National Park will likely be one of the top highlights during your Balkan tour. It's a journey into Montenegro's natural and cultural heritage, making it an essential highlight for any motorcycle tour in the Balkans. The Terra Bridge, an architectural masterpiece in Montenegro, spans the breathtaking Cetina River Canyon, the second deepest canyon in Europe and third only to the Grand Canyon worldwide. Built between 1937 and 1940, this bridge is a testament to engineering ingenuity, standing 172 meters above the Blue River. For motorcyclist, crossing the bridge offers more than just a scenic route. It's an unforgettable experience. With the sweeping views of the lush canyon and dramatic cliffs, it's a perfect stop for photos and to soak in the unparalleled natural beauty of the region. One of the best experiences is approaching the Piva Canyon from the east, from the mountain plateau after you leave the Durmitor National Park behind. There's this beautiful road that gets you right up to the edge of the canyon as the scenery below opens up, and you will get a first view of the turquoise waters of the Piva Lake, a man-made reservoir. There's plenty of places to do a mandatory photo stop to get the full view of the Piva River and the Piva Lake. The road continues to follow the mountain contours down to the water level. Once you arrive at the water level, I recommend a ride north through the Piva Canyon to the border of Montenegro. The turquoise waters of the Piva River wind their way through the towering cliffs, creating a serene yet dramatic landscape. The road itself follows along the side of the cliffs with stunning views around every bend. The Cetina River spring, affectionately known as the Eye of the Earth, is a breathtaking natural wonder in Croatia. With its emerald green and sapphire blue waters, this spring looks almost otherworldly. When you see an aerial view of the river spring, you know where it gets its nickname from. The river spring is more than 150 meters deep, and you can swim in it if you're not afraid of icy cold waters. Tucked away in a quiet corner of the countryside, it would be easy to pass by as nothing really indicates what you're about to see. Riding into Mostar feels like stepping into a living museum. The iconic starry most, the old bridge, originally built in the 16th century during the Ottoman Empire, is the heart of this picturesque town. Destroyed during the war in the 1990s, it has been meticulously rebuilt and now stands as a symbol of resilience and unity. As you wander the cobblestone streets, you encounter vibrant bazaars, charming cafes, and century-old mosques and Christian churches that give Mostar its unique cultural blend. For riders, the journey to Mostar is just as breathtaking as the destination, with winding roads that follow through the lush Bosnian countryside. Whether you stop to marvel at the bridge's beauty or watch the daring divers leap into the river below, Mostar offers a historical and cultural pause in your adventure that you won't forget. For something completely different, head to the abandoned Zeljava Air Base, a relic of the Yugoslavia Cold War history. Tucked away near the Bosnian-Croatian border, this massive underground complex once housed Europe's most secretive military facilities. Exploring Zeljava feels like stepping into a post-apocalyptic movie set. The base's tunnels, designed to withstand nuclear attacks, stretch for over 3 kilometers into the mountain. The tunnels are a bit of a maze, so be sure to remember the way you came from if you dare riding into the tunnels. Outside of the tunnel entry point is a long airstrip which makes for a perfect place to shoot some photos or just drag race your body down the runway. Outside Zeljava's Air Base, you'll find the remains of an old Douglas C-47 airplane, a stark reminder of the site's military past and a fascinating photo opportunity for all motorcycle riders. Whether you're fascinated by military history or just love offbeat destinations, Zeljava's Air Base adds an intriguing layer to your Balkan adventure. And the best thing is that the entire facility is so accessible. In most other countries, much of such a site would be fenced off without any access to explore such an interesting place on your own. If you're a fan of high-altitude riding, the Mangart Pass in Slovenia is a must-visit. Technically not part of the West Balkans region anymore, but possibly on your way back from your Balkans trip. As the highest paved road in the country, it takes you to over 2,000 meters above sea level, offering a jaw-dropping view of the Julian Alps at every turn. The road itself is a masterpiece, carved into the mountains with a series of exhilarating hairpin turns, tight tunnels and narrow stretches. What makes the Mangart truly special is its relatively untouched nature. You won't find crowds here, like in some of the more famous alpine passes. As you ascend, the landscape transitions from lushy green to stark rocky peaks, with the panoramic vistas that seem to stretch forever. Even though the very peak of the summit has been closed off for a few years now, you can still ride all the way to the barrier and take some time to soak in the beauty of the surrounding alpine scenery. The Balkans offer an unparalleled motorcycle touring experience, blending breathtaking landscape, rich history, and warm hospitality. From the sweeping coastal curves of the Jadranska Magistrale and the medieval charm of Dubrovnik to the high-altitude thrill of the Sedlo Pass in the Durmitor National Park, I think this region has a lot to offer for us motorcycle riders. Hopefully, this video helped to put this region on your list of places you need to experience on your motorcycle. Like I mentioned in the intro, my upcoming guided motorcycle tour will include every single highlight from this video. There are limited spots for those that would like to join me on my next adventure to the Balkans, so if you're interested, be sure to check out my website, the link's in the description. Now there are so many beautiful and amazing places in Europe to ride a motorcycle. If you would like to learn more about some of the best motorcycle roads in other parts of Europe, be sure to check out this video.